In today's mobility training tip, I will be sharing the Cossack squat, and pretty much this has been a great exercise in my rehabilitation for my pinched nerve in my low back. It's really great at helping to open the hips and not only open them in that stretching fashion, increasing the mobility, but stabilization and strength at the same time. I've found few exercises that have more bang for the buck than this exercise. So getting into it, we're here. We're in a wide, just resting bottom of the squat position, and we begin to rock. So I started to go here, it wasn't wide enough. So then you just widen out a little more, and then you're throwing your weight into this knee, elbows tight, heel down, bring your toes towards shin. We're looking to go back and forth, slow and controlled. This also really helps with the ankle dorsiflexion, and this has really helped me with just my overall hip movement, hip mobility, but it's a strength-based exercise too. So I would advocate this more than much of the yoga and stretching-based work that I've gotten into because of this. It's strength stabilization and mobility. And it's a lot more active control, and for jiu-jitsu guys like me, like you watching, you need more active control when you're doing the sport. So it's a few explanations here. When we're making that movement, navel is in tight, okay? Ribs are locked down, shoulders are down. I'm speaking while I'm doing it, so it's causing me to be a little more puffed in the shoulders, but you want to stay locked down, creating a core that's very stable. So I'll do a few where I'm really not speaking. And then when we're here in this position, notice this angle here. That's ankle dorsiflexion. This is really working on our knee health. The more we can bend and shorten this ankle, that dorsiflexion, the more we can make that happen, the stronger our knees get, and the more our hip function will open, the more our hips will open up. With that, when you're in jiu-jitsu, when you're playing butterfly guard, what do you have? Hooks. You usually have to lift, okay? Active ankle. So the better you can create strength on the front side, the tibialis anterior there, the more you can strengthen that, the more you can use your legs as hooks, because the end is strong, stable, able to move, and that ties all the way into your hip function. If you're a guard, butterfly, all that is gonna be strengthened from this move. And it's a great way to start your day off. It's one of my favorite go-tos. And also a good way to just keep throwing in throughout the day after training. It's one of those drills that adds up. You don't just do it like, well, I don't touch that for 3 days. No, do this every day, multiple times a day. Grab the kettlebell if you got it. It's a great counterbalancer while you're doing it. Helps you keep those elbows tight, chest up. But apply it, put it in your training regimen. It's gonna make you move better, move more efficiently, move smoother on the mats, and I promise your hips are gonna be thanking you. Knee health, ankle health, all the above. Cossack squats are where it's at.
This is a band hip hinge. We're using a large loop heavy duty resistance band here, and we're gonna make sure it's securely anchored into something that's pretty sturdy, because it's gonna be holding our body weight here. And to get started, you're just going to step inside the band, facing away from wherever it's anchored, and it's going to rest right below the waistline. That way we can get a good target on our glutes. So the lower leg is resting on the ground, and we're just going to hinge at the waist, bending at the waist forward, let the hips slide back slightly, and then drive those hips forward and really squeeze those glutes at the top of the movement. Keep your core nice and tight the whole time. If you have a hard time understanding how to hinge like in a squat or a deadlift, this is a really good exercise to help get that body awareness and create that patterning that's required to do squats and deads correctly.